Hey guys, who do you think you are? I am. I'm sorry, I've been thinking about new and creative ways to do my opening for my videos, and that's what came to mind first. Hey guys, if you're here, that means that I didn't get to your reading on the stream, but that's okay. We're gonna do your reading now. Thank you for trusting me with your reading. Thank you for your patience. Let's go ahead and get started. Your timestamps are in the description below, and without further ado, I will meet you there. Bye-bye, or later. Adilene Jimenez, hi! Thank you very much for coming over to my stream last night. I apologize for not getting to your reading till now. We're gonna see what Spirit wants you to know. You said hi. Thank you so much, General. Yeah, let's see what we got. You know, to be honest, I feel like drawing one of these. I don't know if you consider yourself a particularly spiritual person. This deck is very like soul oriented, but I feel called to draw it for you, so I will do my best to translate if you're not super into that kind of stuff. So I don't like to assume. Let's see what we got. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? I love this card. It reminds us that we have to take responsibility for the energies that are around us. If you feel that people are disrespecting you, it's because you're allowing them to. You know, it's that kind of stuff. And it's hard. It's very hard to take responsibility for that when you're disrespected, right? There's somewhere deep down in your subconscious that says that this is okay. This is fine. You can do that to me if it keeps repeating over and over again in a cycle. And so, you know, even if it makes you sad, even if it makes you depressed, ask yourself, who is disrespecting you? Who is making you sad? Who's siphoning your energy? What are you experiencing that you don't prefer? And take control over it and understand that you're the one allowing it, and there's power in that because you can disallow it. You can change it. Okay. Ooh, we have your energy coming up as the Nine of Pentacles. Good news, I do see you focusing more and honing in on yourself. Maybe you realized this on your own, took a deep breath, looked in the mirror and said to yourself, you know what? I'm not gonna let this happen anymore. I can just feel my energy is being sucked like there's a vampire around me. And I say that because the Nine of Pentacles is about focusing on yourself. This is being self-made. This is also an energy of putting you in the forefront of your life. And the High Priestess is here too, and this is about, and this is in the focus, this is an energy of I can feel things. I'm very intuitive, I'm very psychic, I'm very empathetic. My gut is never wrong, that kind of energy. And then in the future, the Judgment card is here. Yeah, dude, look at that. This is a King of Pentacles. So a few things. Sometimes the King of Pentacles has to do with, it could be a boss at work because it's the Pentacle suit, right? Earth energy. But sometimes it's the father, right? It's our patriarch in our life. And the King of Pentacles, at least in the challenge position, if it is a person, it can also be a partner, right? Like it's somebody who's very controlling with our energy. Oh, you can't do that. What are people gonna think? Oh, you can't wear that. People are gonna talk. Oh, you know, you can't do that job. You're not gonna make any money. What are you doing? That kind of stuff. Now, if it's a partner, you know, if this is like an ex that maybe you've been thinking about, that's been really coming up in your life. Like, let's say you're being haunted by someone who really traumatized you. I just kind of feel like that's coming up somehow, some manner. It's okay. Spirit wants you to know this is the final push to you healing it. The final push to you understanding why you had to go through it. In fact, I feel the strong energy that you are a strong protector to, you know, the younger people in your life, the people that look up to you, the people that mean a lot to you. And you're not afraid to tell them your experiences and how you failed and how you came out of it at the same time. And I feel like this is a similar thing too. I don't know why, I'm kind of, because I'm seeing children, and your advice card is the Four of Cups. It's okay if you don't like have kids around you, but just know in the future, there's going to be a child who is going through something very similar to you, or is like experiencing the same disrespect, or is experiencing a similar relationship that you've had in the past. And because you've done the work, you're able to kind of save this loop of the women around you or the men around you, right? Like that kind of stuff, nipping it in the bud, it feels like. Now the Judgment card is enlightenment. It's also an energy of a come to Jesus moment, like, oh, that's why, oh, I understand. Epiphany, right? Oh, I get it. And so I get why I had to do this. I get why that triggered me. I know now how to navigate this. And I know the red flags as well. And so Spirit is telling you to find peace where you can. You know, in this deck specifically, this card means peace and emotional rest. In the original, I will say it does represent like boredom and wanting more excitement, but I'm feeling more drawn to this deck's interpretation of it. Okay, yeah! Let's pull a little bit more. What's incoming in your future? What does Spirit want you to know about your near future? Oh, the Six of Pentacles, oh my gosh. Kindness, reciprocity. We also had the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Yes, oh my goodness. Adilene, oh my goodness. Okay, Spirit's actually warning you. Don't fall for this loop, okay? And I'm really happy that we talked about what we did earlier. Okay, this wants to come out too. Yes, dude, what? There's somebody who's going to offer you help, and it's almost like they're waiting until you're backed up into a corner, or waiting when you really need help the most. And you know, Spirit knows, this cycle knows where this is leading, right? You know, you feeling taken from, you feeling used. It's definitely giving kind of like narcissist vibes. Someone's gonna try and be kind to you at your lowest moment, and it's very important that you don't take their energy, because it does come with stipulation. There's other opportunities around you, and like you were coming up as a Nine of Pentacles. This is someone who can figure it out. There are other resources, there are other people that care about you, information available to you other than this person that I'm picking up on. Okay, I hope that made sense, Adilene. Thank you very, very much. I hope that I said your name right. This is very beautiful. And good luck with everything you are endeavoring. Remember that you're never alone and you are loved. Thank you. See you later. Bana, hi Bana. You said, hi Ron, I'd love a career reading if possible. Of course. I've always felt very anxious about my future, and I'd like some clarity and guidance. P.S. I love watching your streams. You're the sweetest ever. Thank you. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Okay, let's see. What's going on in career? What does Spirit want you to know about work and your direction when it comes to your finance goals and stuff like that? What do we got for you, Bana? Thank you for trusting me as your psychic, and thank you for being patient as well. I really do mean it when I say I hope it's worth the wait. Okay. Oh, the Four of Wands. You're good. You don't believe it though. That's okay. You're lost, and that's all right. You know, it's very important that you wander in this moment. And I say that because a new perspective is coming to you. It's important that you dabble in little things here and there. It's good that you put yourself out there and do things that maybe you normally wouldn't do. The Four of Wands represents you being in alignment. It's 11-11, right? It's the 11-11 card. Get it? Oh, 2 wands, 2 wands. It also means a reunion. It means a celebration, and this is your energy. You know, we're like, yay, we're in the right spot. So this is what your soul is saying to you, but your focus is the Seven of Swords, and this is misdirection. You know, at its core in traditional tarot, it does represent lies, cheating, stealing, but as I said, misdirection. And so in my opinion, especially since we have the moon and the white stag next to the Four of Wands and the Hanged One, we're in our wandering arc, and that's okay. You know, you're meant to be there. Look, your challenge is the 8 of Wands. Exactly. The 8 of Wands is at the top of the mountain, and this is having an intense focus. And I'll give you an example. I remember that I was just doing anything and everything that I just thought was nice and fun. And I thought, oh, well, you know, how can I make money doing this? But I always knew that it wasn't going to be my forever goal. I could just feel that it was something temporary. I used to be a traditional artist, and I was in galleries. I used to be a daycare teacher, or a nursery worker, I should say. I used to do social media content for churches all across the state. You know, I used to dabble in everything, and I couldn't really put my finger on why. And I also and I have an animation degree. And, you know, and I also like used to do like portraits and stuff in watercolor. Like I've done so much just because it interested me. And, you know, some of them made me good money and some of them didn't. But I'll tell you this, all of the skills that I had learned in those little jobs that I did here and there helped me realize what it is I really want to do. And I picked up those skills and I use them every single day in my job here. The social media content, oh my goodness, if I didn't do that professionally, I don't think I would be a successful content creator. You know, you need to know how to market. If I didn't go to animation school, I wouldn't have this model. I would not have known how to, you know, work this model and edit my videos either. If I didn't, you know, work with children, I wouldn't be writing a children's book. You know, it's that kind of stuff where you're just accumulating skills and knowledge, and it's okay that you don't know where you're going. In fact, that's how it's supposed to be. Yes, dudes, look at that. The Hanged One is coming in. Your advice card from Spirit is that you're already on the path to success. You know, the Chariot is about speed, but it's also a clear shot road to a goal. And the Hanged One is here, and this is what you're leading yourself up to, by the way. The Hanged One is about seeing things from a new perspective, being able to see why you did this, why you did that, what you learned there, and what skill you picked up here, and all of this, and how it all just conglomerates you into doing what you love. And so that's my advice to you. Just wander. Just wander. Now, I know that you're asking about career, right? You know, am I gonna make money? Am I gonna be okay? Yeah, let's pull for that. Let's see what our finances are looking like in the future. The best card in the deck for money. More money. Okay, I'll say this. You are gonna make a lot of money, but you're gonna be spending a lot of money at the same time. Which, you know, that happens. If you have money, you're gonna spend it. And I see this because the 10 of Pentacles is here. You have your foundations, you have a home, you have your nest, you have money coming in. Money to pull from. But the 5 of Pentacles is here. This does represent like loss of money. Justice is here, 8 of Cups is here, and the 6 of Cups. And it will inevitably lead you to going back to something passionate. You know, I feel like you will have this revelation of, oh, I have all this money, I'm spending so much, you know, I'd rather be spending this money on something that I enjoy, that doesn't just rake in the dough all day, every day. You know, I'd rather just be okay than just strictly abundant, but, you know, energyless. But money is energy, like strictly rich with money, but not rich with, you know, passion and soul. So just know you are heading in the direction of you finding a good balance between making money and being passionate and feeling like you are making your childhood self very proud. Okay, that's what you see, Bana. I hope that you like that. Thank you very, very much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring, and remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Ashe-a-lotl! Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for getting a reading from me last night. I really do mean it when I say I hope it's worth the wait. You said, good evening. Can I get a reading? You absolutely can. Let's see what you need to know right now. What does Spirit want you to be aware of? I feel like drawing from here. I was seeing 2 cards, so I'm gonna trust that. And they're also telling me, you know, by the way, you never have to believe me. You can just be like, okay, crazy. But I do hope it's, you know, I hope that it does resonate. That's always my intention. But remember, you have free will. So if you see something you don't like, you can always change it. I personally think it's the most likely outcome though, as an experienced reader. Okay. Thank you very much, Spirit, for helping me in this reading too. They're very active in this one, sending me lots of instructions. Okay. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. Art manifestation and creative. Hey, period. Okay. Oh, wait, they told me to pull the tarot first. Okay, sorry. I'm like jumping. I'm jumping the gun. Hold on. Sorry, I get excited. Can you tell I love what I do? The Knight of Cups. The Nine of Swords. Okay. I don't know your gender. I was gonna say, okay, lover girl, lover boy, whatever gender, lover they. We have you coming up as the Knight of Cups. Hopeless romantic, very loving, very passionate, seeing the artistry in life. You're probably very much impacted by like movies and music, and media really sways you, right? Like the way people share their lives, their soul, their heart in creativity. We have the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords represents anxiety. It represents fear of the unknown. It's reliving the past. It's, you know, making up fake scenarios about an unforeseen future, saying the worst is going to happen. It's anxiety, as I said. And in the future, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is slow and steady wins the race. Now, your challenge is the Three of Pentacles, and your advice is Ten of Cups. Exactly. Okay. Number 1, there's a fear that life is not like the movies. Life is not like the books we read or the anime we watch. And obviously, if you're watching fantasy, that's true. But what we're seeking is the beauty in it, the love in it, the passion in it, the feeling of, I don't know why, but it's hearing enthrallment, like being enthralled and moved and swayed by the moment of it all. And that is so far from the like, that is so, it is possible is what I'm trying to say. Okay. I hope I'm making sense, because we have creating your paradise through creativity. This is something that you can make. It's something you can architect. It's something that you can have. But I do regret to inform you, it is something that you have to take your time with. It's something that you have to form through sheer belief and willpower. What I'm seeing personally, Ashe-a-lotl, is like being fed so many lies through your media. It could be through TikTok, it could be through Instagram Reels, like it's anything, you know. It could even be the friends or your parents. Like maybe your parents are divorced and they're like, love isn't real. Or maybe on your For You page, you keep getting things like men are awful, choose the bear, you know. Stuff like that. Or you know, and if you're not straight, like it could be like bisexual people are evil, they're the devil. You know, stuff like that. And that's not true. As somebody who likes both people, and I like to think I'm a good person. Your advice card is the Ten of Cups, and this is the same as this energy, the absolute same. And the Three of Pentacles is the meeting of body, mind, and spirit. At least that's how Spirit is showing it to me. Just know that if you're seeking community, if you're seeking fulfillment, if you're seeking your soul family, you know, your soul family, they are out there and they are coming in time, and they will help you build the reality that you're looking for. But you have to do the inner work first, or you're not going to be able to meet them. You know, there's not to make you scared, because you are doing the work. It's just taking a little bit of time. And I want to see what we can do to kind of expedite that process. So in terms of divination, Ashe-a-lotl, there is, in the next year or so, a new friend group, right? And it's not just, and when I say friend group, I'm not necessarily saying like, oh, you're gonna have like these friends that you can go party with. No, this is a genuine like 2 to 3 people that you can enjoy life with. To me, I'm feeling like it's 2 people because we also had the 3 of Pentacles. But anyways, let's clarify that. Look at me, you'll wake up. Oh my god! Hey, you know, the 10 of Cups is here again, bro. The Ace of Cups and the Devil. Okay. The 10 of Cups is here, and the 10 of Cups represents soul family, as I mentioned earlier, and the Ace of Cups is a pure love. So, you know, I don't know if you're interested in love. I wasn't trying to turn it into a love reading, but it does mean that we're gonna have someone that we love wholeheartedly, and they may be a Capricorn. You know, we always look at things together, and I was clarifying these people. And the Devil card is here. You know, the Devil card is Capricorn energy, it's Saturn energy, but I will admit it does mean fear and negative cycles. The good news is that the Ace of Cups is next to it, and that means healing. So these are people that heal our trauma. These are people that prove to us that it's not just all evil and awful and scary and, you know, people are always going to talk shit about you and, you know, that kind of stuff. We're being proven wrong, and it's a steady thing. Like they show you, and that proof is in the pudding, right? Like the more you see them, and more reliable they are for you, the more you're like, wow, you can have good friends or a good partner, whatever is resonating for you. But I don't like to turn it into love readings unless people like that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope that you like that. Thank you very, very much, Ashe-a-lotl. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring. Remember that you're never alone and you are loved. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hey there, Izzy. Thank you so much for getting a reading from me on my stream last night. I hope that it's worth the wait. And remember, if you get a reading you don't like, you don't have to accept it. I personally think it's the most likely outcome, but not the guaranteed one. Things can change. So if you see something you don't like, I will do my best to, you know, give you the tools to shift it in the direction that we'd like to go. You said hello! Finally able to support a little bit. Thank you, Izzy, thank you. I was hoping for a love reading because I've been out of the dating scene for almost 3 years, ew! And I'm just getting back into it. I'm talking to 2 guys right now and I'm wondering if either of them have any potential. Hey, okay, let's see. I'm happy! Look at you! Look at you, waiting, like really contemplating your prospects. I've always struggled, like, I meet somebody and I'm in love. I meet one person, I'm like, you're it, you're the one, okay, no one else matters. So I'm proud of you, and that's gotten me into trouble, by the way. That's gotten me in trouble, and so, you know, it's good. It's good that you are really contemplating it. Let's pull for man number, or I guess say, oh, I guess it is guys. Let's pull for man number 1. What's man number 1 feeling like? What does Spirit want you to know about them? Ooh, the 6 of Cups. I'll say this, they're still growing. I don't know if you've noticed. Oh, by the way, this person is gonna be very goofy, very silly. They might have interests that are kind of childlike. For example, Legos. For you know, trains, Pokemon. You know, anime. Very kind of they like kind of media and stuff like that. You know, and I'm gonna hope and pray that you know which person this is. I will say, in time, they're gonna become a very confident person. And I also, this is such a strange message. I don't always get this energy for the King of Wands, but Spirit's telling me they're also gonna get more attractive. bad though. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is here, and this does represent time. They're still cooking. I think they're still finding themselves. I also, you know, there's an energy of them still learning what it is that they want to do. How do I explain? Economically, is that the word? Financially, career-wise, like they're still figuring out what they want to do with their career. But once they get the ball rolling, once they really understand, like, oh, this is what I want to do, and nothing's holding me back except me, they're shining, dude. Like, they're feeling good. They're feeling very passionate. They're looking more attractive because they're more confident as well. And a lot of people want to talk to them. Yeah, their challenge right now is the 9 of Swords, just being really anxious. But they're gonna find that confidence later. And the advice for them is to rest, and things aren't as serious as it seems. So that's what I see, Izzy, for man number 1. Man number 2. Let's see what man number 2 is feeling like. You'll wake up. Ooh, the High Priestess. Sensitive. Very sensitive. Very intuitive. Maybe a little bit mysterious too. Like they don't tell you everything. Maybe they kind of just like look at you and smile and then look to the side. You know, that kind of energy. Ooh, the sun. Look at that. Guarded. On guard. On guard. And the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, I see them working really well with you in the future if you decide to go this route. The 7 of Wands is very protective, by the way. Once you're in their life and you're important, they're kind of like your guard dog, dude. Like, they're your guard dog. They're the kind of person who is always on high alert. Have you ever seen that meme where there's a couple and they're walking outside and one person is like, hey, I'm having fun, this is a good popsicle, yummy, ooh, what a beautiful day, and the other person is like, there's a man right there, he's in a red shirt and he you know, he has something suspicious in his pocket, and to the left there's a corner we can hide in if things get really serious, you know. It's that kind of energy I feel them living, and it's not bad. You know, the 8 of Cups is here. They'll loosen up. They'll unravel in time. They'll kind of let go as well of what they. Yeah, look at that. Oh my God, their advice card is to let go, and their challenge is to let go. That's so funny. Yeah, they'll loosen up. They'll loosen their grip a little bit. They don't seem bad. What does Spirit recommend you to do? We'll put what should you do with person A on the left and person B on the right. Ooh, the World card. Hey, they like person B. And I was going to recommend that too. You know, there is an energy about person A where once they find their confidence, once they find who they are, they may have this energy of, I've outgrown you, you know, you met me when I was down here, but now I'm elevated and I want something different. And that's not to say that they're bad. You know, sometimes we grow apart, and, you know, the World card is a completion of a goal and a learning of a lesson. They feel like a lesson. And this, you know, everything's a lesson, but the 6 of Wands is for person B, and, you know, this is someone you can trust, someone who will defend you. This is someone who will want what's best for you genuinely. And I don't know if they're a Scorpio, but they're giving Scorpio. They're kind of giving Scorpio, like, what house is that? They're giving like Mars and Scorpio kind of energy. So, not bad though. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Alrighty, I hope that you like that, Izzy. Thank you very, very much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring, and remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye.